Usopp is a demigod. Let me repeat that for those of you who are hard of hearing. Usopp on the Straw Hat Pirates, the future greatest sniper in the world, Soulgate King, God Usopp, is a demigod. What's good, y'all? You back here again in 2022. Let's get it. Now, I mentioned that I might do this video maybe like a month or two ago. And some of the homies, shout out to y'all. Y'all know who it is and what it ain't. They're like, nah, don't do that one. That's a bad video. No. We doing this. Because this might seem controversial. People don't like it. I just dropped the entire video just detailing how Luffy is a god. Right? Usopp being a demigod is no problem. A lot of people want to hate on Usopp. A lot of people don't want to give him credit in what it is. Usopp literally has the journey of a demigod. Now, he ain't a god like Luffy. It's clear. Because Luffy is a god. I will pound that into people's heads. It's not just Luffy was given god mode. He is a god. In every essence of the word, he is a god. And eventually he will be worshipped. That's probably what I didn't even mention at the end of the series, but I mentioned a god will be worshipped. Clearly it's a tale that Luffy's gonna, y'all get it. Usopp will be remembered as a legendary character, a demigod. Just like Heracles, just like Perseus. Was Achilles? I'm trying to remember. Was Jason? I'm trying to remember. Some of the Greek demigods. But anyways, let's look at the facts, right? First of all, we'll get into another point about Usopp in other videos about influences. But Usopp's character is based on a legend. It's based on, you could say, Pinocchio, whatever you want to consider Pinocchio, fable, fairy tale, legend, whatever. It's based on that, right? And then there's the whole thing with Elbaf and people years ago. I'm not the one responsible with the whole thing with Fable, right? Usopp's whole thing with the Giants. But before we get there, let's start off, right? Usopp is literally also based on the boy who cried wolf. This should be so easy, man. Like, guys, Oda is telling y'all this dude is a literal character of a story. He's a myth. He's a legend. The things Usopp will be able to tell and will, again, it's grand story. I'm going to give it to you all raw and uncut in this one. But guys, anyone disagreeing with me that Usopp is a demigod, are we reading the same story? So Usopp starts off in the East Blue, in the middle of nowhere, right? A god shows up. Usopp's life is interjected. Again, his father left him, Yasopp wants to be like that, legend, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this story time and time again. Luffy shows up, right? Mr. Fate Manipulation and Invasion of Fate himself, right? Father happens to already be legendary. Just like I said with the Luffy bloodline, legendary bloodlines, typical god shit, right? So, Yasopp has a legendary father. He gets allies with a god in the making, right? Born a god, but the legend's made. The whole situation, Kuro and Django, death match. Proves himself as a hero. He says he wants to be a brave warrior of the sea. He's got to convince himself, but he's already shows bravery. He's about to go off to sea on his own, about to do his own adventure. If this was any other story, we would have been following the legend of Usopp. But Oda says, nah, bro. Your demigodhood has to succumb to a god state. And oh yeah, by the way, you're going to be on the crew with a man who's going to become not only the world's greatest swordsman, but an Asura. You're literally going to be under the navigator of a weather witch who you can consider a goddess in her own right, meaning Nami, just like Storm from the X-Men, the wife of Black Panther T'Challa, if you know Marvel Comics. Oh, you can mention about Cyborg Franklin. We're going to get into that. You can mention about Chopper. You can mention about Sanji, Super Soldier, and all that. So he's joining the crew of these godly, legendary figures in the making. He doesn't know it yet, though. But he was going to set out on his own. Then he said, yo, hey, make me vice captain, bro. If anything happens, I'm the captain now. If that ain't some godly shit, again, he talking to a god saying this shit. Luffy like, all right, yeah, whatever, bro. So you can say Usopp then trial by fire, right? He faces his human side. That's why he ain't a true god like Luffy. That's why he ain't in that godly, on that godly path like fucking Zoro yet. Because they were already into the realm of the divinity, right? He just still dealing with his human stuff. So, that whole thing with the Barate. He goes to fucking, Kokoyashi Village, Arlong Park. And what does he do? He joins along God A and Luffy, the Ashura demon himself in Zoro, and a fucking super soldier over here in Sanji, and the Walk of Legends. We all know that Walk of Legends. That was the walk that literally the 95% of the fandom truly became devout fans of One Piece. Right? Here we have this demigod over here. Faces an enemy who is what? 10 times stronger than a fucking human. Let me repeat that. Fishmen are 10 times stronger than a human. If that's not some heroic shit, I don't know what is. He wins against all odds using his mind. That's some demigod shit. That's some superhero shit. Then let's move on, right? Makes a vow, legendary vow, da-da-da. We know they enter into paradise of the Grand Line, right? What happens? Alabasta, first of all of them but Nami could have defeated Wappo. I will continuously say that, including Usopp. All of them could have. Nami's always been the weakest straw. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I will debate you, and I will show you with facts why Usopp is not fucking weak. But, so Usopp goes to Alabasta, right? Teams up with Chopper. What does Usopp show? Now, we already know about Usopp's literal eyesight. And if you want to go by the filler of Daddy Matherson in that whole situation is further God feat, if you want to include that. Right? If you want to include that godly eyesight, right? Which we'll highlight later. Look at his durability. This is not the durability of a man. Of a regular man. Dude, 4-ton back to the dome, fam. Only a broken / fractured nose. 4-ton fucking bat to the dome. Are you kidding me? That's 8,000 pounds. Who the fuck is surviving that shit? Even Batman Bruce Wayne ain't trying to feel that shit. Even Captain America Steve Rogers not trying to feel that shit. Spider-Man Peter Parker ain't trying to feel that shit. So Usopp already has godlike durability. Beyond superhuman durability, mind you. He survives that. That whole battle, the explosion. But it's thrown through wall after wall after fucking wall. Do I have to go back to it? Wins. Okay. Now, move on, right? Jai, nothing. In his lobby. Trying to remember, a lot of them got struck by lightning. It is what it is. Then we can go, you can bring up to that aspect if you really want to. He gets dials. So he gets godly weapons. He gets fucking godly weapons. Oh, mind I add, his ingenuity, his creativity is so great in his demigod-like mind, he makes the possibility of Nami becoming the Weather Witch. She says we're the weakest on a crew full of monsters. Yeah, y'all are the weakest on a godly crew. On a crew of the gods. On fucking Jason and the Argonauts. It's Luffy and the Straw Hats. Parallel Jason and the Argonauts with Luffy and the Straw Hats. We're literally living a mythological, legendary tale. Adventure story. Yeah, all tied into one. So, what happens, right? Usopp, by the way, who's going to have Conqueror's Haki? Him, Luffy, and Zoro all have Conqueror's Haki. I still say Sanji doesn't, but, that's the raging debate. But I and others have been saying Conqueror's Haki for Usopp for, again, God mode. Remember, I said 3 gods, right? Luffy, Zoro, who's going to be an Ashura, and Demigod Usopp. And Usopp's going to be the final one of them to attain it. But we're going to get there, right? So, Demigod Usopp, let's see, after Skypiea, We go to Water 7. What does he do? The whole before that, wait, I can't forget this. He hears the voice of Mary. No one else could. God shit. Godly shit. He sees the image, the not the doppelganger, the spirit of the ship. I can't never say it right. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Look it up, you know what I'm talking about. Only Usopp saw it. Godly shit, might I add. Then we move on to Water 7. What does he do? Only Zoro has had a duel. I don't want to hear that Sanji shit. That wasn't no fucking fight. Everybody knows Luffy didn't fight back. Zoro, who's in Ashura, a god, just like Luffy, right? Zoro's more a demon, but anyways, whatever you want to view with Ashura. Anyways, so Usopp, being the demigod, feels some type of way about the Going Mary's dying state. He challenged Luffy to a duel. Demigod fighting God. Of course, he loses to God, but human ingenuity, like Prometheus, even though Prometheus was a Titan, but you get the point, right? Challenging. You can go Lucifer versus the Almighty. If you go to Bob, you can use a lot of illusion. But anyways, then there's the whole journey once again. And before that, do we have to bring up Little Garden and the Giants? Do we have to do the whole Elbaf connection? We'll come back to that, but keep that in mind, right? Again, I'm just showing y'all all the godly connections here. So, literally goes out there, becomes Soul King, Mask, Sniper King hides his identity, blah, blah, blah. We see the hero's journey once again, right? Encapsulated. He's right there with them. He doesn't want to show his face. What does Sanji say? He says, listen. Now remember Luffy, and I'll get back to the liar thing because that's a huge point to my point, right? Because going all the way back to Arlong Park. But what does Sanji say? Sanji says, listen, Usopp. First of all, Luffy says, hey bruh, shoot down that flag, bruh. And remember I mentioned about the eyesight? So Usopp's able, with his sniping ability, able to hit some things or almost hit some things. He's able to see things far away. We see Von Augur. Again, that's for future shit, but y'all see the eyesight, the long range ass, right? God mode Luffy. God Luffy's like, hey, yo, my demigod hero, shoot down that flag. Mr. Non-brave Usopp does it. Challenges the world to a fight. They've already challenged the world to a fight, by the way. This ain't nothing new. Anyway, they do their thing, and what does Sanji say? He says, listen, man, I'll handle this. There is shit you can do that I can't do and vice versa. Usopp goes off and fucking, what does he also do? Remember, beefed with the god Luffy, use his Conqueror's Haki, and I'm saying that's a Conqueror's Haki fucking feat. Now, Luffy had that Conqueror's Haki, right? We saw, and just say this ain't some Conqueror's Haki shit. I don't want to say, when I say awaken, fully awaken the capacity, right? Mind you, here we go, watch this. So, Zoro used Ashura, and we know from the manga that Ashura's linked to Zoro's Conqueror's Haki. We know that Luffy is a Conqueror's Haki user. Who's with him? Who is encouraging him? Usopp. Usopp with his Conqueror's Haki is pushing his captain, God Luffy, with his own Conqueror's Haki, like I said. And then what does Usopp do? What does Usopp do? Saves the devil child Robin. Saves your homegirl Nico Robin. Usopp always stays clutch, just like the legends do. Now, like I said, if this was any other story, Usopp would be the protagonist. Hell, this is any other story. Most of the Straw Hats would be the protagonist. Because they're that damn special. So that's why Oda is like, yeah, we got to give him a god as a captain. But anyways, I digress. So, saves Robin. Remember that it was Usopp. Mary's still alive. Who saved Mary? Demigod Usopp. Fate intervenes in their behalf. Because Demigod Usopp said, nah, bro, that's my Nakama. The funeral pyre. and I always talk about, Luffy's tears made me cry, but whole situation. Then there was the whole redemption story, the forgiveness aspect, that Usopp's humanity, and Zoro, Asura God Zoro over here had to get Luffy right in the manhood and his captainhood and his leadership. Because, even though Luffy's a god, he's still, gods can still learn things in a lot of mythology. So, anyways, moving on. Anybody remember Thriller Bark? We ain't even to the new world yet. Oh yeah, this is a deep dive in its own way to Usopp's character. This ain't given to why he's just elements like this is to why he's the best. He's literally the most developed character and easily one of the best written characters in One Piece. It is, anyone who says Usopp isn't, I'm like, are we reading and watching the same story? It's easily the most developed character and easily one of the best written. And I ain't mad at anybody, shout to Manga Bean and others, who literally have Usopp as their favorite character. He's my third favorite Straw Hat. Post time skip. Usopp, through the bark, he says, hey, yo, godly shit. Hey, that ghost shit, that scary shit, doesn't affect me. I'm already... Everybody else, God Mo Luffy is affected. Ashura Zoro's affected. But Usopp, on some godly shit, is unaffected by Perona's ability. Clap it up. Godly shit. Godly shit. Godly shit. Now, let's see. Sabaody. Do I need to talk about Hercules over here? Bro. His mentor was named Hercules. You could say Hercules Beetle. Obviously, is a play on that. Heracles, Hercules, Greco-Roman mythologies. Do I need to spell it out anymore for you? Boyne Archipelago, Isle of Temptation, and so many. Oh my gosh, the mythological things of Boyne Archipelago. I can do an entire video on just that alone of how Boyne Archipelago is like I should probably do videos just like teching has geography is everything. I should probably do videos on the themes of all of those islands that the Straw Hats have encountered because it's actually really, really subtle and really, really deep to each of their characters what Oda's done. And it's not just the ones that they went to um, during the time skip. It's literally all of the aspects Oda has meticulously crafted. So, you know, we'll see what we can do there. But anyways, so post time skip comes back muscular, and I've always said why. He's a sniper. He doesn't comes back muscular. If that doesn't tell you some godly type training, don't know what does. Comes back with a whole arsenal. Remember, he already had godly arsenal, literally heavenly arsenal from Skypiea with the dials. Is giving now he's become a god of the plants? Bruh! Usopp has heavenly arsenal and now he's become a god of the plants, bro. Won't be surprised if he fights off against Green Bull if Green Bull's actually, you know, got some plant-based zoing or some shit, right? So anyways, or maybe even a Logia, but probably a zone. So there we go. Then we get into, he showcases just like Nami does on Return to Sabaody. Fishman Island, I'm trying to remember if there was anything significant. He does fight with, I believe, what is it? Chopper? I believe he reteams up with Chopper. Or was it Frankie? I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute since I watched Fishman Island, so don't quote me on that. But anyways, that was just a showcase of his abilities. Punk Hazard, we see him once again with Nami. Trying to go a bit. It's not too much of a focus, but he does get shine at various points in it, doing what Usopp does. Dressrosa. If you don't need any more further evidence of Demigod Usopp, Dressrosa literally embodies all of it. So here we go, Green Bit. Him with Robin. Meets the dwarves. Becomes literally the guy. Noland. Some people are saying Noland, whatever Nolan's name was. I'm trying to remember at the time, but like he's a descendant of Nolan. Probably. So further legendary lineage. They will link to him. They worship him as a hero, as a godly hero, just like Nolan. The dwarves follow him. He's literally the reason he frees the Gladiator, doing shit just like Luffy, mind you, because Luffy constantly goes where, like I said, if this wasn't Luffy's story, we literally would be following Usopp. Does this shit, right? Becomes God Usopp, who by the end of the arc, I'm just, third highest bounty of the Straw Hats, above even Sanji, before we got Sanji's arc. And this ain't even Usopp's full arc. If you can't say that Oda ain't showing Usopp mad love. Usopp, 200 million berry bounty. If I remember correctly, that was Law's bounty during Sabaody. Luffy had 300 million before the time skip. So Usopp's being pushed, right? Usopp becomes God. He hits a shot that is insane. That is godly. He takes out Sugar, who, the whole gag, blah, blah, blah. But before that, again, Trable, who Law took out, might I add, who gave Luffy trouble, might I add. This dude, and I always put that Trable and Sugar would be the equivalent pre-time skip to Luffy of Sir Crocodile and Kuzan. This man ain't supposed to beat them. And he got this man, quote unquote, right? This demigod. He faces his fears, fights back, whatever. Saves Robin. Hits the shot to save Luffy, announces it, he does what he does, leaves with what it is. Enzo, once again, along with Frankie, upgrades Nami's shit to make her a further weather. Now, I still bring out the fact that whole magic wand situation, that Nami's going to have an upgrade in that regard. But anyways, further enhances Nami, because, he's got knowledge of the gods, apparently. Even though West area, again, godly tech. You can go to Wano, and we have yet to see fully Usopp. We have not gotten Soul King at the making of this video. We haven't got the Soul King and Usopp's moments. But Usopp stays being it, and then he comes in clutch. He's going to have his moment. He's got his upgrade. We saw his trickery and whatever during early Wano and whatnot. We see him do what he does, and we see him, Izo and all of the stuff that's going on in Onigashima. He's going to have his moment. We did see his upgrade with the sniping heading into Onigashima. And oh yeah, might I add, how can anybody watching this is like, oh, you didn't mention this wonder. The observation haki unlocking. Now, I think that Nami subconsciously utilizes observation haki. I think Chopper does. You can go on and on. But Usopp, once again, if we need further proof, he's got a special observation haki that we've not seen in a series. He got infrared. Bruh. He's the fourth straw hat that we knew of to quote-unquote unlock observation haki. The only other one that we know of that has active use of haki. Now, Robin might. Frankie might. But we don't, Oda's yet to confirm. But he outright detailed Usopp. Then Elbaf. Who is lurking in Elbaf? Loki. Who is Loki in Norse mythology? The liar and whatnot. Usopp, the god of lies. Remember I mentioned about the storyteller. He makes shit, what he says comes true. If that's not a godly ability, I don't know what is. Like, bro, at the end of all of this, I just detailed out to y'all how Usopp has been given godly abilities. He's got the eyesight of a god. Whether you want to say Hawkeye, Eagle Eye, he has the durability of a god, of at least a demigod, because he's not Luffy, but he's, he, oh, I haven't even talked this entire video about one of the biggest points I bring up about Usopp being ridiculously powerful. Stamina. Usopp has never gotten tired. We've literally seen Luffy gas, we've seen Zoro gas. I think we've seen Sanji may have been gassed. Nami, we know she's stressed. We know about Robin. Chopper, Frankie, yeah, so we've seen that because of the whole cola. Brook, I'm not sure. Jinbei, I don't think we've seen him gas. But again, 10 times, capacity or whatever. We've never seen Usopp tired. As far as I can go, you can fact check me on that one. I'm willing, to concede it. But as far as I know, we've never seen this man tired. Also, his literal ability, some you could say endurance, is like this. It's not quite Newgate, but I mean Newgate was a legendary figure, but or you could say Odin. Usopp's up there. Usopp's durability is easily one of the best in the Straw Hats. Not only that, who again, Sanji's a super soldier, Zoro's an Ashura, Luffy's a god, Jinbei's a fisherman, Frankie's a cyborg, Chopper is, what do you want to consider Chopper? Right? This literal monster, right? Usopp's right up there with them when it comes to durability. And his recovery, we've never seen this dude tap out. We've seen this dude fried. We've seen this dude shot up. We've seen this dude bandaged up and still fighting. We've seen Zoro down for the count. We've seen it right now. We've seen Luffy almost die how many times? Sanji, we've seen him bang to holy hell. We've seen Robin done. We've seen Nami done. Chopper done. And Chopper and Luffy, we know his own. Usopp doesn't have any special powers, quote unquote. Usopp is just like fucking Batman Bruce Wayne. He's superhuman. He's like Iron Fist Danny Rand. Like these dudes literally are doing things that human beings should not be capable of. And that's just me talking about the stamina. Then you get into his observation hockey being come on, bro. Come on, bro. We see what he does with his mind, his god, like bro, his supreme intelligence, his fucking, he does shit like engineering is not even his thing, and he does it. His creativity is stupid, man. Like it's second to Luffy. He's a battle tactician, like in his own way. I've never officially said that Usopp is a fighting genius, but he arguably is a fighting genius. He's right up there with Joseph Jojo Joestar. He might be like a tick or two below him when it comes to strategy. As a strategist, Usopp is easily the best. Nami's up, like she's number 2. She's nasty herself, but Usopp's battle strategy is ridiculous, bro. I mean, everything about him just screams demigod. Like, come on, man. I just detailed out for y'all. And if y'all still want to be hard-headed and say he's not, I don't know what to tell you, man. Again, we must, somebody, y'all must be reading Two Piece. Because I'm reading One Piece, and I'm seeing literally a legendary story of a demigod. And a pirate manga. And an adventure story. And a legend with a god, a literal god, as the protagonist. Like I said, go back and read Jason and the Argonauts and tell me Usopp is not on some fucking demigod shit, just like them other dudes. If this was Greek mythology, you wouldn't be fighting me. If this was other legends and folklore, you wouldn't be fighting me. The man's a demigod, and it is what it is. Oda wrote it, not me. Unexpected one, like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts. Elbaf is going to be further proof. Elbaf. Again, I alluded to it with Dorian Broggie. Elbaf. Oda has literally slapped y'all in the face throughout the story and is going to further confirm when he unlocks that Conqueror's Haki, when he meets Usopp, when he defeats Von Augur, when he does what he does with probably Loki, and whatever the legendary fucking feat he's going to have in fucking Onigashima / Wano. Maybe against the Cypher, I mean, that'd be cool if Sanji has it. But anyways, maybe against the ships on the War. I don't know. Oda's just going to do something. He's going to do something with what Usopp, and I can't wait for it. But yeah, y'all, you know, this video, I had to just throw it out there, bro. To know, y'all know, I don't just make claims, bro. I bring the facts. I bring the facts. Last, I'll say on it. We can debate. But I don't know how you debate every single point, both large and subtle, that I brought in this video. How do you debate this? Especially if you know mythology, legends, folklore, and more. How? Storytelling tells us this man is a demigod. Like I said, if it wasn't for Luffy and Zoro, Usopp would be the fucking protagonist of this damn series. You can quote me on that one. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. If there's any other thing you want me to talk about, possibility. Any thing you want me to react to, we'll see what we can do.